Girl, I done start dancing to the countdown music. Happy Money Making Monday.
Money Making Monday. Yes. How
Yes,
are you today?
I'm doing very well. I'm doing very good. This year, 2024, it has its work cut out for me, but it is so many blessings. It's so many things that I've kind of been on the grind for, or I've been an
Mhm.
advocate for, and really standing up for that. It's coming full circle. So many exciting things ahead that I have nothing to complain about. Lots of work to do,
Okay.
but nothing to complain
hmm
about.
Love it.
How about
Listen,
you?
you moving towards your goals though. We always talk about moving forward.
Hmm.
But me, yes, transition. Listen, so many wonderful things are happening. I'm not going to talk too much about it because I want my blessings just to manifest into what they're
Hmm.
going to be. But a
But
lot
we're
of moving
proud of
parts.
you.
Thank you. A lot of moving parts, a lot of collaborations coming up, and very excited about what's to come. This is a new era for myself. And listen, guys, you guys are along the journey with us. So, stay with us in this process and grow with us, learn with us. And today we have a great topic. Again, my name is Mercedes Coates. If you're just tuning in for the first time, I am a life insurance an annuity broker. Been independent for about 13 years. Anything financial planning, benefits, life insurance, retirement, that's what I do. And my counterpart, Quintaria, is here again, and we're going to share some amazing things with you guys today.
Yeah, welcome. If you're just new to the community, if you're returning, as Mercedes gave a great introduction of herself, I am Quintaria Brunson, a financial strategist for entrepreneurs. I really am passionate about building businesses that are scalable and sellable. And however, we need to create an exit strategy for business owners, starting with the end in mind and reverse engineering that, be it using real estate aspects, life insurance and lifetime income aspects, franchising, licensing, you name it. But we are building wealth using businesses and a lot of these wealth accumulation techniques that we're going to discuss today. So
Mhm.
that is who we are. And one of the things that we do is Money Making Mondays. And on this
Yes.
platform, we are dedicated to elevating people's understanding and their education around the power of life insurance, the power of living benefits, the power of retirement plans, and how you can really capitalize this and add it to your portfolio, so that
Mhm.
you can win. You know, quite frankly, Mercedes, like starting just with a baseline, like
Mhm.
making sure that if something were to happen to you, you were covered. But life insurance, thankfully, goes so much beyond that. This ain't
Yes.
grandmama and them policy
Nope.
anymore. We're doing great things. But before we dig all the way into our topic today, y'all know I always want to
Quote
put us on the
time.
right path with a
Yeah.
quote. And
Mhm.
today's quote is from Tony Robbins. And it
Hmm.
said, if you let your learning lead to knowledge, you become a fool. If you let your
Hmm.
learning lead to action, you become wealthy. So we want to
Mm.
let our learning lead to action so that
Yeah,
we can become wealthy, because it's so much
absolutely.
information out there, Mercedes. Even, I used to do a lot for like corporate credit and all that. And over the years, it seems like everybody and their mama making it, a quick little reel about start a business today, get $1 million tomorrow. So
Yep.
I fell off of that only because it's like knowledge is everywhere, but to apply it appropriately, that's the
Mhm.
key. To
Mhm. I agree.
apply knowledge is when we win. So just like the quote, it's in the action that we do that we really find results. So let's dig into some action items today with the community. Mercedes, what we got for them?
All right, guys. So we're going to be talking about tax-free wealth accumulation today. So this is an exciting topic because people, I see, I'm looking around social media, just looking at just the world in general. Everybody's out here hustling, they're grinding. And, I think that people sometimes are under facade that it will last forever. And because quick money a lot of times don't last forever. And I think, sometimes that some of the younger individuals, either our age, and younger, sometimes they see that fast money and they're like, okay, that's good, but how do we make that stretch? So now we're talking about
Yeah.
accumulation, right? So I think this is a great topic. If you are earning a lot of income right now, you're going to learn some different ways to make that stretch, make it continue to grow for you, and be able to transfer that wealth when you are not here anymore, right?
Yeah.
So,
And before we
mhm,
dig in all the
mhm,
way, I love that we're talking about people who are earning, because
yes,
far
hmm,
too often now, our the financial spectrum is very
hmm,
broad, and you have people on every level. But I
hmm,
think that far too often people assume that because you're generating income, because are in a certain tax bracket, that you know what to do with your money. And I
yeah,
have found, interestingly
mm,
enough, that my higher tax bracket people, my people who are 150,000 or more, oftentimes they
yeah,
are clueless on, they're
yeah,
still using um things, they're not highly leveraging their assets, they're not
yeah,
putting their money in tax-free buckets, which I'm glad we'll tack that on today. But
hmm,
we got to get beyond this notion that earning
hmm,
money means that you have the knowledge and are applying the knowledge to really
hmm,
win with it. It isn't always the people who don't even have a bank account that need
yeah.
support. It's some of these people who have multiple bank accounts, multiple assets, and they are just not using them correctly. Quite frankly, that may be even more a travesty than someone
I
who's just
agree.
undereducated and doesn't know.
Listen, I was that person. So I completely get it. You know why? It's because we're out there making it. And a lot of times we never even sit down and even have time. We don't make the time to make sure we put the right parameters in place that we can scale sometimes. You out there, you in
Yeah,
the hustle and grind of it. I was that person. There's a lot of woulda, coulda, shouldas that I could have done when I was a lot younger, right?
yeah,
But I learned, and some things I wish I could have took advantage of, but this is for you guys. If you are earning, we're talking to you today,
yeah.
take some time. This is where you have to now kind of buckle down and put those foundational pieces in place, so that you can scale. And then when things unexpectedly happen, that you are prepared for them, right?
You're ready. Yeah. And for
Absolutely.
those who anticipate, like if you are, about to graduate, or you got a promotion,
Mhm.
if you know that you are moving up that ladder, this is
Yeah.
for you as well too. But I really wanted to highlight that, because oftentimes people tune out because they think,
Hmm.
oh, I'm making money, I got it. But most people making money, especially in our community, if
Hmm.
you did not see how wealth is accumulated, how wealth
Hmm.
is transferred, how wealth is sheltered from tax, additional or unnecessary taxes, you just because you making it and you in the hustle, kudos for that. But you
Yeah.
still have to learn. It's levels to this thing. So let's get into these
Hmm.
levels, Mercedes. Let's bless their life and get into these
Awesome.
levels.
Awesome. So guys, if you watched this before, when I talk about tax free, I love working with the tax code, right? I am not a tax professional. I will tell you that right now. Please seek your tax professional. However, I do work with the financial concepts, where you can utilize the tax free option inside. So again, understanding the tax codes, one of the greatest tax free wealth vehicles are life insurance contracts, guys. They are actually designed by law to be able to pass on the death benefit completely tax free to your beneficiary. But not only that, the cash value is accessible completely tax free. So we're essentially talking about a pot of money that is yours, that is considered your own bank. You can actually call this your own bank, right? Your own
And
bank that you
online, a
can
lot of people
access.
do.
Yes. And that's
A lot of
marketing,
people
right?
do. When
That's
they say when
marketing.
they say have your own bank, this is
Yeah,
exactly what they're talking about.
exactly. Exactly. So it's, sometimes we have to just make it simple. Just make it plain, make it something you can understand. It's a bank. Okay. Now, what happens with this bank is you have the opportunity to earn higher interest rates than a traditional bank. Okay. So you can earn upwards of 13, 14%. Typically, on average, by law, insurance companies cannot project more than about 6.42%, Quintaria. They can't project that. Now, the actual returns from that, when you're contributing to a life insurance concept, guys, that money is going to be growing and sometimes mimicking a major stock market. So when you see
Mm-hmm.
the markets going up, whether it's a S&P 500, if it's looking at U.S. Emerging markets, if it's looking at gold and commodities and things like it, depends on what you're tracking. You can access that money as it starts to accumulate inside your policy during your lifetime, during your working years. So now we're talking about being able to use and leverage that money, right? So let's talk about how you can do that. Okay. So now we know we got a pot of money that we can access while we're working.
The
We're
bank.
not talking about the
Yeah.
bank. We're not talking about when we retire. We're talking about right now while we're in our 30, 40 years of working, right? Two ways you can take that money out. The first way is going to be a loan. You can loan it from yourself. Okay. What happens is the insurance company will take money from a collateral account. Collateral means an account that is basically they're leveraging against their own money. They take their money. They actually don't use your money. Did you know that, Quintaria? They
Yep.
don't take your money out. They take money from their portion and loan it to you. So what happens is whenever you take that money out for a loan, your money is actually still growing as if you never took it out. Can you do
Mm-hmm.
that at a bank? If you go take your
Yeah.
money out the bank, is your money still going to grow but as if you never took it out? No. Life insurance allows your money to continue to grow even if you take it out as a loan. So that loan can be set as what we call a wash loan, or it can be set as a variable loan, or it can be set as a fixed loan. Okay. Just to keep that very simple for you guys, if your money is growing at a higher rate than the interest rate for the loan, you come out with a positive return, meaning your loan can essentially be free. Okay. Then there's a fixed rate. It could be a 4.5% loan, and over time you can pay that back. But guess what? One thing I love about taking out a loan, also, Quintaria, is you
It's,
decide when you pay it back.
yeah. Yeah. Not
Not
only are you
not
your
the
own bank,
company.
but you're setting your own loan terms. I love that
Yes.
part.
You have the option to be in control of whether you pay it back or not. Well, guess what? If you don't pay it back, you can take it off the back end of your life insurance benefit. So this is why I encourage people, get a big policy. There's no reason why you shouldn't have $1 million. Why not? If you take out 200,000 and for some reason you don't pay it back,
You
800,000
still
gets
got
left.
800,000 left. Yeah.
Okay.
You still like Scrooge McDuck.
Control is what we're talking about. Having control and not being tied into a loan that somebody else is going to determine how you pay it back. So
And
control.
benefit from yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The second way you can take that money out, Quintaria, is a withdrawal. Okay. When you withdraw from your policy, there's actually no loan. It's meaning you're actually taking it off the back end of the policy. So if you have $1 million policy and you're taking out $80,000, they're going to take that 80,000 less that $1 million contract. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That money is your money. You can use it for whatever you want to use it. It just reduces the death benefit. Okay. Let's talk about tax advantages. This is the fun part. I like this.
Yeah.
Well, tax advantages, a couple things. Number one is tax free. All right. The IRS tax code 101 allows you to take that money out completely tax free. I love
Say
that.
that
It's
again.
penalty,
It's
tax
tax
free.
free. Yeah.
You can take the money out with no penalty. You do not have to report this as income, family. They don't know you have it. Okay. So I love that. So it's a way to kind of safeguard your money. You know what I do see? The laws are changing, Quintaria, in different industries, right? So I'm seeing professionals in certain industries getting shut down. I'm seeing it. They're getting shut
Yeah.
down. They're listen, the IRS is cracking down on different entities. The laws are changing. So if you have your money in a place where they can access your money, or what do they call it? A lien? They do
Yeah.
liens, right? If you have a life insurance concept, they can't lien your life insurance concept because
Yep.
they don't know you have it. It's a
Yeah.
great way to safeguard your money.
Yeah.
You want to say
And
anything on
it expands. I talk to business owners all the time. These cash building policies add
that? Mhm.
direct value to your balance sheet and your profit and loss, which will allow
Yeah.
your company to be valuated for more. It allows your company to qualify for more in terms of like loans or things of that nature, but it adds immediate value to your company as an asset that shows up on your balance sheet. And
Mhm.
also, just as a side note, many people don't even realize that if you want to purchase an existing business, if you want to buy a business or a franchise, you need life insurance as well too. So these are aspects that benefit you. You control it, like Mercedes said, but it has so many multiple layered positive advantages for
Mhm.
you. It's almost a no-brainer. It's almost a no-brainer as to why you should be using these types of products and concepts.
Yes, yes. I mean, just going by the initial shock that yes, it is a life insurance contract. You guys got to learn how to utilize it, and the way you do that is by working with financial professionals like us. We can teach you how to use the concept and create strategies that make sense for you. So when it comes to going back to the tax advantages, one thing that I like also on Quintaria is that it avoids estate taxes. So
Mm-hmm.
you can transfer that wealth without losing half of your wealth to estate taxes. So it's all in how you set it up, family. You guys have to learn how to leverage the right tools. And I call this learning how to win the money game. That's my
Yeah,
line. Everywhere I go, learn how to win the money game by using the right financial strategies. And life insurance
yeah.
is one of the underrated tools that families are in the bottom percent of utilizing these amazing concepts.
And even with that, as many of you all know, I'm a licensed realtor in multiple states. Real estate is heavily pushed on people as an asset, as a wealth building tool. And I wholeheartedly believe it should be part of your portfolio. But to me, just think about all of the great things that you have learned in your life or experienced in your life. More often than not, it was not the most popular thing. It was not the thing that everybody's telling you need to do. So for
Yeah.
people who are apprehensive, or I don't really hear much about life insurance, or that feels like a scam, or whatever, like just think, if do you really believe that the wealthiest people who are, if you look around, look at who invests in life insurance, what life
Mm-hmm.
insurance is buying, and that life insurance owns almost all of they own, life insurance companies earn the largest portion of real estate in the nation,
Yep.
but I just want to say that the things that are not really on the front page of the news are
Mm-hmm.
usually the types of strategies and products that are winning. The top
Yes.
1% are using these products. The top 1%, when children are born, grandchildren are born, they're getting $1 million, $2 million policies and leveraging them because they know the value. So don't be fooled by being
Yeah.
bombarded. And this is coming from someone who sells properties, and like I am a licensed
Mm-hmm.
agent, and I am telling you, yes, that the things that are being heavily bombarded, it's because it's so many taxes attached to it. There are
Yeah.
so many taxes attached to purchasing real estate and keeping
Mm-hmm.
real estate and transferring real estate upon death. Tax on tax on tax on tax on tax. And I don't know about y'all. I've talked about our favorite crackhead uncle multiple times on this platform and other places. Look at the national debt clock. That is how he manages his credit, period. We
Hmm.
want to find ways to win so that we can manage our own livelihood, our
Yes.
own fortunes, our own legacies in ways that are not so heavily promoted and in your face, but they're also heavily taxed as well too. So
Yes.
expand your horizons and really hone in on what Mercedes is saying.
Yes, I agree. I mean, everything you said was wonderful. I loved it. Um, I listen. When I listen to you speak,
Mercedes is my biggest fan, y'all. She's my biggest fan.
I'm like, yes, she's saying it. Oh my goodness. I mean, it's just, guys, listen, when you work with the right people, you're gonna learn so much. First of all, you have to have an open mind for everything.
Mhm.
If you're not learning, you're dying. You have to continue to keep learning. Things are gonna change. I don't even know how if this concept's gonna last forever. One
Yep.
thing I know is I'm involved in it
Yeah.
because
I know it's
if it this
lasting now.
way, I'll be grandfathered into it, grandmothered into it, whatever you want to call it, right? But the reality, guys, just as a honestly, Quintari, foundational. This is a foundational piece to every portfolio that if you are a high income earner or you're seeking to be a high income earner, even if you're just an average income earner, you need this concept, but to truly leverage it the right way as you're accumulating your wealth, if you utilize this tool and you use it and leverage it the right way and put money into it, because you can overfund it. Okay.
Mhm.
It gives you space. There is what we call, I guess what people are used to is like the term debt ceiling. So there is a ceiling inside of these policies. So the bigger the life insurance death benefit, the
The
more
more, the
cash,
larger bank you can create.
the larger bank you can girl,
Mhm.
yes, the larger bank you can create, right? So, and let's think about it. Life insurance is based on your age, your health, and your habits. The younger you are, the cheaper the cost of insurance. So why would you not get a big policy as soon as your child has a social security number?
Come
Your
on now.
is low, you're maximizing the time to compound your money, to double your money, and all you need is time to let it sit and grow. This is how we start to create that generational wealth, but also create income, tax-free income that we can use and leverage to create businesses, to start foundations, to create those resources that we say we want in the community. We can do that ourselves, but we have to
Yeah.
leverage the right assets, and that's what we're talking about today, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
It amazes me how many people
Mhm.
say that college is important for their children or they're concerned about college, but they don't have a life insurance policy that builds,
Yeah.
that accumulates wealth for them. It's a win-win. I mean,
Mhm.
I say like win, 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 win. All like it's a win-win.
I agree. I agree. And what they push though, Quintaria, what most people hear about is a 529. Um,
Yeah.
Years ago, it was the best, but I don't think that's the case anymore. Employers are moving towards trades. The industry is moving towards trades. I mean, just
Yeah.
look at everything. It's AI is taking over. It's a great resource, but it also is going. A lot of people are going to lose their jobs.
I was
We
just on
need.
another podcast and it talked about for every 10 people who retire as electricians,
Mhm,
HVAC workers, steam pipe fitters, for every 10 that retire, only two enter the workforce. There's a
mm,
huge gap. These
mm.
industries all have the earning potential of six figures or higher.
Oh
And
yes.
it
Mhm,
is something that it will be a while before AI takes over the steam fitting
yeah.
industry. It will be a while before they said the most needed job right now, or the is electricians.
Mm,
So yeah,
mhm. Yeah, and it's electricians make great money.
yeah.
Electricians make really good money. I listen, I can't be an electrician, but somebody can be an electrician.
Girl, I couldn't either, but I can cheer you along. Everything will
Listen,
be
we
blown up.
need you. If you
I can
looking, your
barely
child
log
is
into this podcast. Everything will be blowed up. I mean, that's why I stick
but
to my lane. I am a
yes,
strategist. I can help you
yes.
with that. I can bless your
Yes.
life for that. But electrical is not my anointing. But for
Yes.
those who have been gifted with that, go make that
Mhm.
money.
Yes, guys, listen, utilizing these concepts, you're not penalized for not using it for college. You can leverage it for college. You can leverage it to buy your child their first vehicle, or put their child in their first investment property, or start their trade for them, get the startup costs with all those things.
Yeah.
So again, leveraging this asset the right way. Last thing I just want to include, business owners, great strategy for business owners, especially if they have loans. It will work as collateral. Like you said,
Hmm.
it builds up their balance sheet. It gives them their valuation increases, right?
Hmm.
But let's just say, we know the statistics: 1 out of 5 businesses make it in the first 5 years. Let's say your business doesn't make it, but you've been contributing to this type of concept, and maybe you pulled out a loan. You can guarantee that you can pay your loan off.
Yeah.
You want to make sure that you put these strategies in place, whether you make it or not, so that you're not held up by that debt, because it
Yeah.
can hinder you to start a different business or even expand, right?
Yeah. Well, that's one of the reasons why they're requiring it. The lenders who are underwriting these loans, SBA and conventional commercial loans, they're requiring it because of how stable and how solid life
Mhm.
insurance is.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
so that's
See?
why they are requiring it. And
Very
what is
good.
life? Life is trial and error.
Yep.
Like you learn, you win, and you learn. Like,
Hmm.
so if you have a learning moment, then you still can pick up the pieces, continue to
Yep.
use the advantages that you've gained from these concepts, and keep on winning. So we are
Yes.
learning, we are winning. So, like, let's make this episode, whenever you stumble upon this, if you're watching it when it
Hmm.
airs live or down the road, do not allow yourself to go beyond booking a consultation to at least learn and explore and put yourself in position to win. Again, how we started this podcast off today was saying that applied knowledge is where you win. Tony
Yeah.
Robbins said, like, you can learn all you want, but
Yep.
if you're getting information and you're just learning, like, you're not
You're not
really doing much
applying.
with that. But if you're getting knowledge and you are taking action, that
Yes.
is where the money is. And that,
Absolutely.
as my dear friend Mercedes said, that's how you win the money game, is
That's
to
it.
take action. Yeah.
That's it. Agreed. Guys, as usual, this has been amazing. I'm so glad that we were able to
Yes.
share this with you guys. Every time we talk, listen, every time we talk, I get excited. I get like really excited because we it's just the energy is just
The
great. And
synergy.
then
Yeah.
the energy, yes, the synergy is
Yeah.
great. And we always have a good time, guys. I hope this brought you very good value today. I hope that you
It
shared this with
did.
others.
It did.
I pray that you also reach out to us. We love to hear from you guys. Comment, share, book a consultation with us. We want to talk to you. We want to see what you're doing, how we can help you, right? That's what we're here for, tribe. So as Kuntaria says, you guys are our tribe. We love you.
You are.
Kuntaria, thank you for being amazing as usual. And
Ditto. Thank you. You have a
thank you.
great rest of the week. And
You
tribe,
too.
we love you all. We want you all to win. Apply these concepts to your life today. Playtime
Yes.
is over, like, but you
Intentional.
win with these concepts, and don't be fooled by everything that's shiny and what everyone is talking about. These concepts that we're discussing are tried and true. And if you don't
Yep.
believe us, peek at the tax code yourself.
That's
Like,
it.
you don't have to take my word for it. Although
Yep.
my words will be waiting for you on the other side of a consultation, should you decide to book.
Hey. Yes.
Yes,
I
but this
love it.
was another amazing Money Maker Mondays. Thank you all. Hope to see you next Monday. Like, subscribe, follow us, and drop us any notes wherever you can find us, email, social media, whatever. If you have any questions, if there's topics that you'd like for us to address, Mercedes
Yeah.
and I love to engage with you
Mhm.
all. You all go and be great. And I'm sure Mercedes and I will do the same.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye.